Hey everybody, and welcome to this edition of Shit Talking, bonus episode number 9, hashtag stay at home edition, episode number 8. On today's show, I have a new segment for you, and we're going to take a look at some advertising. I hope all of you out there had a great Mother's Day and celebrated it with your moms and showed her just the respect and how important she is to you. As I said on the Mother's Day show, we shouldn't have just one day to celebrate our moms. We need to celebrate our moms every day. So coming up is Father's Day, another person that we need to celebrate all the time because of how much they do in our lives. As I said, I have a lot planned for the show today, so we need to get rolling. Put on your funny pants or your laughing pants. But first, before you do that, it's time for another cheesy monologue. A recent study shows that people have a hard time sleeping. Let me tell you, I am a professional at sleeping. It's something I can do with my eyes closed. The news reported that if you get an email from Hormel Foods, not to open it. It could be spam. When life gives you melons, chances are you're dyslexic. In the movie Forrest Gump, his quote of "life is like a box of chocolates" is actually a real saying. It always turns to shit. Here's a thought to ponder. Children in the dark make accidents. Accidents in the dark make children. I saw an ad for a radio on sale on Craigslist, but where the volume button was stuck on high. Now that's a deal you can't turn down. Trust me, during this whole corona thing, I've saved a lot of money switching to quarantine. It's been reported that people in Athens hate the sunrise because dawn is tough on Greece. And finally, I recently taught my dog how to shake, and now she makes the best martinis. Hilton hotels are in hot water and creepy new way to dine. These two stories and more in this edition of Table Talk. Melissa Etheridge is grieving after announcing that her son, Beckett Cypher, has died in an Instagram post stating, "Today, I join the hundreds of thousands of families who have lost loved ones to the opioid addiction. My son, Beckett, who was just 21, struggled to overcome his addiction and finally succumbed to it today. He will be missed by those who loved him, his family and friends. My heart is broken and I am grateful for those who have reached out with condolences, and I feel their love and sincere grief. We struggle with what else we could have done to save him, and in the end we know that he is out of pain now. I will sing again soon. It has always healed me. Melissa." That is, I couldn't even imagine writing something like that as a parent. The Oscar and Grammy winning rock star announced on Wednesday that her son with filmmaker Julie Cypher died. Melissa's team tweeted, quote, "We are sad to inform you that Melissa's son Beckett passed away and there will not be any concerts from home show today. Hashtag Team Me." End quote. Melissa had been performing Facebook Live concerts and offering virtual guitar lessons just for $10 during this pandemic quarantine. It's unclear at this time what led to Beckett's death. Julie and Melissa had 2 children via artificial insemination during the partnership. Their daughter, Bailey Jean, was born in February 1997, and Beckett was born in November of 98. For a while, the couple was reluctant to discuss who fathered the kids, but eventually revealed that rock singer David Crosby is the biological father of both children. Cypher, who was previously married to Lou Diamond Phillips, and Etheridge ultimately split up in 2000. It's just heart-wrenching. Here's a picture of them together. It's so sad that opioid addiction has become such a huge thing in everyone's lives right now, especially with this pandemic going on. And I'm glad that the doctors have stepped up and not prescribed as much as they do anymore. So moving on to something a little bit more creepy. A 3 Michelin star restaurant in Virginia has come up with one heck of a model to provide social distancing while helping to avoid that lonely feeling. The inn at Little Washington, about 70 miles outside of DC, is going to deploy mannequins to fill the joint. And it's going to look like this. It won't be weird or anything, though, for customers because their life-size mannequins think of it as dining with really boring friends, they say. Not to mention, the mannequins will be decked out in 1940s era clothing to recreate America's post-World War II celebrations. Okay, now that's a little weird. The move from Chef Patrick O'Connell comes after a mandate to cap restaurant capacity at 50% in an effort to keep diners properly social distanced. But appearances clearly still matter to O'Connell. He's been working with Shirlington's Signature Theater to get mannequins, and get this, when the restaurant reopens on May 29th, servers will be instructed to pour the mannequins wine and ask them about their evening, according to the Washingtonian. So why the stunt? O'Connell told the outlet, quote, I think it would do people a world of good to reduce their anxiety level when they come out of a place which is still unaffected, because if you watch your television, you think there isn't such a place under a bubble, end quote. By the way, the chef has also created custom-made masks with Marilyn Monroe smiles and George Washington chins. The move perhaps shouldn't come as a surprise. For starters, O'Connell reportedly majored in drama. The restaurant also boasts that dining at its joint, quote, has been likened to a performance with guests always playing the star role, end quote. The company is a little stiff, but you get a good show. Life is all about compromises. If we're talking about compromises, I think Hilton hotel chain needs to do some as well, because they're in hot water and think that they're smarter than a bunch of 5th graders. It's allegedly trying to rip off a Florida class, but their school is fighting back. The 5th grade students at Pinewood Elementary in Florida raised $17,000 by selling candy and holding car washes for a field trip to Washington, D.C. The week-long trip was slated for mid-March and was planned and booked well before the pandemic hit. Once the virus was ravaging the nation, the school canceled the trip and tried to get a refund for about a month from Homewood Suites by Hilton for their 30-room reservation. The rapper Kodak Black and his attorney Bradford Cohen told TMZ that he's representing the parent-teachers organization, which got the runaround until the hotel's director of sales sent an email about a hefty cancellation fee of, get this, $20,612. Adding insult to injury, Hilton added in a note, quote, since we already received payments of $17,931, the balance owed is an additional $2,681. We will use the credit card we have on file unless noted otherwise, end quote. Hilton has now refunded $7,000 to the kids, of course, meaning that Hilton has kept over $10,000, and stated if the class decides to come in the future, they will use a portion of that money as credit. The rapper and his attorney, Mr. Cohen, who should I mention is doing this pro bono, is willing to pay for the class trip if Hilton keeps the money. Let it be known that this is not the first time the rapper has helped kids in this area, as he grew up near that school. TMZ has reached out to the Hilton chain, but has not heard back. This isn't something where they just got cold feet and randomly decided not to go. I mean, this is something that physically stopped them from going. Schools were closed. They couldn't congregate in groups of more than however many, and you put 3 or 4 kids to a room in 30 rooms, that's 120 kids. Not to mention all the chaperones. So, needless to say, it wasn't their fault that they had to cancel. It's just, I think it's outrageous. I think Hilton, who has billions of dollars, millions if not billions of dollars, should refund the students all their money in hopes of doing it again. Maybe in the next school year or something. I don't know. But I think it's totally wrong for Hilton to be keeping all that money. And apparently a lot of people agree. So Selling things on the internet has become kind of the new garage sale scene, if you will. But the kinds of things people are selling, for lack of better terms, are really up. I'm going to show you a few in a new segment I call The Marketplace. Who doesn't like positivity in their life? I know I'm all about positivity, but I think this is taken a little bit too far. For $1,000, you can get it. You can buy an email with a thumbs up for $1,000. Chump change. That's nothing. Need a piece of cardboard that's only the size of a cell phone for any reason? Well, here you go. For 153,900 pounds, which comes to approximately $187,735, you can have this piece of cardboard. And let me say that again, cardboard. Cardboard that you can get out of any dumpster. During this quarantine, do you guys miss the feeling of going to concerts? Well, fear not, because people are bagging the air from a concert like this person who has a bag of air from a Kanye show for only $60,000. That's right, $60,000 for a bag of air. If you want air that's surrounded by weed smoke, I will give you free tickets to come see this show taping. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. Now, I know when the pandemic started, toilet paper was a huge necessity and sold out everywhere. Everyone was in demand of it. This person was willing to help you out, but for a hefty fee of only $85,000, you get one slightly used roll of nice, white, soft toilet paper. $85,000. I will mail you some if you just ask me. Are you a collector of celebrity items? Look no further, because for $60,000, you can have supposedly a positive Britney Spears pregnancy test. It's just weird what people are coming up with. Like this one. Who doesn't open a bag of chips and find a weird shaped chip? They're not all the same. But this person took it to another level, and I skipped ahead one more. For $1,500, you can have a weird shaped chip. Or you can go to the store, buy your own bag of chips for way less than that and find more than one weird chip. Now, I don't know how much this is, and it's actually really funny. I would buy it if I knew where I could get it. But are you in need for a gay best friend? Fear not, because you can buy and grow your own gay best friend. As the packaging says, he'll give you the honest opinion on your hair and style. He loves to shop and is great and loves to dance at clubs. Well, I'm sorry. If I saw someone walk in with one of these things into a club and start dancing with it, I don't think I would ask that person out. It's just me. Maybe I'm a little weird when it comes to that. Who knows? Are you a believer of the supernatural? Do you like to ghost hunt? I have a friend who has a ghost hunting team, and for $40, you can buy a box with a spirit in it. It doesn't tell you if it's a good spirit or bad spirit. That is the surprise. The next one needs no introduction, but I'm going to give one anyway. Gentlemen, don't you hate it when it's in the dead of winter and you have to go outside, whether to shovel the driveway or go shopping or even hang out with your friends? And of course, who doesn't wear your assless chaps so that your junk gets cold? Look no further. Here comes the Willy Warmer. And as the packaging states, it's a heater for your Peter. Really? Because I don't know about you, but I wear my assless chaps everywhere I go. And finally, I'm going to show you this one, but don't get too excited about it because I'm purchasing it. For $15, you can have an autographed air guitar. Well, as I said, I will take it, and here's my check. Oy vey. Are you guys the type that see, well, I guess everybody sees advertisements everywhere. Do you ever see an advertisement that you think is just way too weird, doesn't make sense, or was just not thought out properly? Well, yep, that's right. It's time for another exciting segment of What's Wrong Here? This first one, not only in my opinion, is it a bad choice of advertisement, but mean and very bully-ish, because they're asking you to go vegetarian, but did it in a weird way to save the whales. That's right. Save the whales, lose the blubber, go vegetarian. That will purposely make me not want to go vegetarian, and because I don't like vegetables, but whatever. The next one, 1 in 3 get diagnosed with heart disease right next to a McDonald's billboard. That's actually really great promoting. This next one I recommend, and you can take my advice however way you want, but I'm going to recommend you don't do what's in this next advertisement, because it says take control. I'm sorry. It says take action, take control, quit school. Please don't quit school. Now, this next one I have thought about with my own family, just the same. But to use it as a gimmick, I don't think they had it right, and I think maybe they emphasized the wrong things, because it says, shoot the kids, hang the family, frame them all. But officer, I only murdered them because the ad told me to. Don't kill people. For this next one, I think the state of Vermont needs to reconsider either their picture or just move the spout. Wait for it. Now you should be getting it. This next one, whoever read the sign on this next one took it a little bit too far, because it says if it ain't broke, break it. And there's a bunch of glass on the ground, so they did. But officer, I was only doing what the sign told me to do. I don't know if they would have a case for false advertisement. I mean, the ad made me do it. Anyway. Now, I know when I go to the car wash, which I never do, when I go to the car wash and I'm waiting for them to do it, I'm just thinking to myself, what else can I be doing right now? Well, I think I'm going to go to this next one, because it says, car wash, we give the best hand job in town. If you're not happy with the car wash they give you, you'll be happy in other ways. This next one, they need to reposition the dentist or go with a 3D model. Now for this next one, I'm not going to give an introduction to it. I'm just going to show it to you for a few seconds and then move on. It's pretty self-explanatory. So, you know how they have those little snack things with cheese or frosting and crackers or breadsticks? Okay, so Nutella came out with their own set of that. But the slogan wasn't quite, I don't think, what they thought it would be. Nut and Go. And you can only find them sold at the gas stations called Come and Go. Remember those gas stations? Yeah, that's right. Oy vey. So earlier this week, I was getting ready to take a shower. I got undressed, and I looked down and saw a huge... I'm sorry, everybody, but remain calm. I think I smell smoke, which can only mean one thing. It's time for Yubber! Spyder. I saw a huge spider. Dang. First up, fingerless gloves. What's your deal? I've never heard anyone say, it's so cold I can't feel my palms. You're like assless chaps for hands. You make as much sense as headless condoms. No sensation, no protection. My fingers are freezing, but you burnt. Autumn. No bitch, you fall. The only people who use autumn, who say the word autumn, are people who use summer as a verb. We like to summer in the Hamptons. Well, I hope you fall down a well. Autumn, just like my leaves in the pile, burnt. Sunflower seeds. Let me get this straight. I have to put a dirty shell in my mouth, crack it open, spit out the shell, do it about 100 more times, and I'm still hungry? I'm sorry, but am I a macaw? Why am I eating individual seeds? There's a million foods out there that don't need to be orally shucked. You're not a snack. You're a job. Sunflower seeds. Some like you roasted, others like you burnt. Moving walkways. Why are you so short? I need to get from security to my gate, not from one Cinnabon to the next Cinnabon. Also, parents, can you keep an eye on your children? If I pass your precious Owen going the wrong way on this thing one more time, I'm going to tell TSA he's got a shoe bomb. Moving walkways. Move, bitch. Get out the way. You burnt. Halloween stores. Are you an adult who loves to celebrate a children's holiday while shopping inside the dead carcass of a Hollywood video? Try a Halloween store. I'm sure you'll get amazing customer service from the employee that started just as you walked in. Here's a spooky tale for all the employees working at a Halloween store. You're about to be unemployed November 1st. Better save the money, cause you burnt. Apes. How does it feel to lose to humans, you dum-dums? While you were working out so you could throw your poop farther, we humans were in the library becoming the dominant species. We got it all, baby. The concept of money, high heel shoes, neckties, fixed mortgage rates, and lest we not forget, an endless supply of bananas that we can buy at a store. Are you jealous, apes? Now go back in the woods and pee in your mouth so we can watch it on America's Funniest Home Videos. It's a TV show. I didn't think you'd understand it. Let me put it in a way you'll understand. That's sign for burnt. Hummus. Oh, hummus. The bad breath you can eat. What's that on a snack tray next to the carrots? Is it wet sand? Beige cheese? Nope. It's everybody's 8th favorite dip, hummus. Hey, hummus, you're good, but not great. I wouldn't care so much, but you've been around for over 1,000 years, and that's more than enough time to improve. And what's up with you and Bubba Ganoush? You hitting that hummus? Your red peppers may be roasted, but you burnt. Leaves. Hey, Leaves, what's up? How does it feel to know that people drive 3 hours out of the city to watch you die? If people change colors like leaves do, visiting grandparents would be a national pastime. Hey, you've got to go see Grandma. She's the most amazing crimson. Hey, leaves, you're red, you're yellow, you're brown, and now I have put you in a pile and you burnt. Mixologists. What's with the fancy name? You make drinks. Calling a bartender a mixologist is like calling a trash collector a trashomatician. And what's with all the ingredients? Do they call them bitters because that's what your parents were when they found out you quit school to become a mixologist? Not to mention, this is taking way too long. When I ordered my drink, Cuba was still a free country. Mixologist, you better grab one of your giant ice cubes because you burnt. Edible arrangements. Want to send flowers to someone but worried they won't go bad fast enough? Try an edible arrangement. Sorry to hear about your accident, but here, have some cantaloupe on a stick. Edible arrangements. You are weird and you're burnt. Oh, that sound means we're out of time for this segment and for the show. And unfortunately, I have to move on to another sad topic. I know that this show is only a few months old, but I still consider that I don't have a huge following yet. But I still consider myself a part of the YouTube family. And With that said, I need to pass along that YouTuber Cody Labari, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, has passed away in a car accident. The car was driven by his friend, Ink Master contestant and fellow YouTuber Daniel Silva, who was officially arrested for Corey's death and has been charged with murder. After celebrating his birthday, which does include drinking alcohol, they got into a car which struck a tree, killing Corey instantly. Monday, Corey's brother posted on his Instagram account, quote, "This isn't something I thought I would ever have to sit here and type out for a very long time, nor what I want to be doing right now. But everyone deserves to know that my brother Corey passed away in a car accident with his drunk friend driving. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this without you. I miss you so much already, this isn't fair. Thank you for being the best big brother I could ask for. I love you so freaking much. Life is never going to be the same without you. Rest in peace." Please keep the family of Corey in your thoughts and prayers, and we here at Shit Talking would like to send our deepest condolences, not just to his family, but to the fans of his channel. Before we say goodbye, I'd like to just take a few seconds as a moment of silence to remember the life of Corey. Thank you. Remember, try to stay healthy and safe, #stay at home, and always remember to come back anytime you need some shit talk.